And we're recording, so
Yes, welcome to another episode of
the PaisaLife Podcast.
Absolutely. We want to apologize for any of the audio mishaps we had last week. We didn't want to not put out one and lose momentum. You know, we're really doing these on the fly, and we wanted to still go through with it. We tried the 4 mic swap. It was 2 mics, 4 dudes swapping mics, and we did the best we could. You know, gotta shout out those guys.
It was
with
4
us.
dudes, 2 mics.
What did I say? Two mics, 4 dudes.
2 mics, 4 dudes. Yeah.
It was 2 mics and 4 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of those.
Yeah. But you know what? We did okay. You say it came out all right. I have yet to hear the episode. I'll probably get to that
We
tomorrow.
tried a lot of different things. It wasn't just,
Yeah.
It's pretty much because recording audio is difficult. It's nothing easy. People think you just plug in your iPhone, some sort of little microphone into your earbud jack or whatever, and then boom, you have quality audio. But not. We're actually using a recorder and with actual professional microphones, and we're trying to record quality audio straight into the device and just being able to put it out. So we do as little post as possible. Just we're trying to keep it raw. But to get 4 mics it's extremely difficult. And
absolutely.
we obviously don't have the knowledge so far to be able to come up with a solution that works for us right now. We obviously need to get more equipment, more professional stuff if we want to keep sounding, I guess, decent. Because me personally, I like how the podcast sounds. I listen to a lot of podcasts myself, and this is pretty good. I judge it based on how much I can hear it with my earbuds on while I work.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be enough to where it's like if there's noise, I can still hear it, but enough to where it's like if somebody says my name, I can take out an earbud and be like, yo, what happened?
What's going on?
Yeah.
And we have up to what? Do we have 100 views yet?
Be honest, I don't know. I don't think so, but
We'll get there. But you know what?
Let's aim for that. Let's aim for that.
But the people that are listening to this, thank you.
Shout out to
Yeah, because not one of you has put a dislike click.
Yeah, don't jinx it yet.
Don't do that. No,
even though it's coming.
Yeah, it will. I can't wait till the first dude just starts ranting on the comments. I'm gonna roast him. No, I probably won't, but you know what? That's what's crazy about the internet is that you can reach anyone at any time. And although there's a lot of good to that, there's a lot of bad. And I can't tell you how many hours I've spent reading comments on social media. It's ridiculous.
Because everyone has a different opinion on something.
Yeah.
And they can all voice it somehow.
And it's interesting to read all these things going on, these counter arguments, all these pros and cons that get listed on the internet. It's amazing. And the thing about it is that you start to realize how people really are, because they have that sense of anonymity online that they can just pretty much say anything they want.
It's human nature, bro. And we're seeing it happen during the age of everything is connected. Right. Everything is shared. Everything is captured. Yeah,
and you know what's interesting about that is this election, you have a really racist white man going against a really power-hungry woman. And there's a lot of conflicting views on just about everything involved in that. But to me, what I take away from this is that thanks to these elections, I now see who the people on my Facebook wall and my Twitter feed are racist.
Or at least willing to admit in public they're racist.
Yeah, exactly. But there's a lot of people that maybe never came across as racist that you're really starting to see like, wow, well, you seem pretty cool at the lunch table at work.
Yeah, to where they're like extra heavy on
on
the likes on the certain types of groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I follow this girl on Facebook who she looks like she's Hispanic. She has a Hispanic sounding last name, Latino, a Paisa last name.
Yeah.
But she rides heavy for the United States Army and Republican based feeds and pages. And she shares a lot of pro-Republican memes, definitely.
Yeah, bro, because if you stop and think about it, us as first generation Paisas, you know, in our mid to late 20s.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Yeah, no, early to late 20s. Let's just say early to late 20s. Our parents, the lifestyle they brought us up in, the teachings they gave us, you know, it's all very conservative. You know, they're all really conservative. And if you translate that directly into English, they're pretty much Republicans. You know, that's the only thing that changes beyond that is the whole immigration issues.
Yeah.
Like if the Republicans were to be like, or just out of nowhere, just be like, oh, everything stays the same about how we feel on everything. Just we're pro immigration now. All our parents were like, yo, Republican, like right here, number one, because they're all conservative. You know, they're all, you know, they stand by, you know, their
religious views are heavy with them.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You're right. I never realized that they fit the description of a Republican
to the T.
To the T, except for that whole racist "get out of my country" thing.
Nah,
that seems to be
like white people will embrace you if you're like, yeah, you know, USA.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But here's what it is. I feel like some people do it for the wrong reason. Some people do it because they really don't like where the people are from, where they came from. And I think that's because they're maybe third, even fourth generation immigrants. I could be wrong. I don't really know this.
Or
don't
even know it themselves. You know, might be adopted.
That's what it is.
You know,
that's what it is. And the thing I realized this with my brother is that he won't have to go through what I went through, which makes his life a lot easier. So he doesn't have to experience those hardships. So for him, there's not a lot of hunger on his part. He's kind of just going with emotions. And I noticed that from a lot of second generation immigrants. Not all of them, but they seem to start to lose that fire, that hunger.
They're domesticated.
That's what it is. Absolutely. But to the point where you reach a level where you're saying, I'm so American that I don't want you Mexicans in my country, or you came here illegally, you should be punished. That's ridiculous, because that's something that I went through, and I don't want my children to forget, because that's not a kind of life that they want. We did it so they can do it better.
Yeah.
But to the point where they completely switch sides and they're on their part, the people that we struggled against, maybe not against, but definitely the hardships that were made greater by those certain types of people.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm making any sense here, but a real Paisa will recognize what we're saying.
And I know exactly what you mean, because I will put it into a little bit more perspective. And for me, for example, when I was detained by, you know, Homeland Security, you know, and started being put through removal proceedings and all that, they took me to Texas, you know, the detention center over there. So pretty much, we were out there, and then it was weird because all the guards were Mexican. They were Paisas, you know, like you saw them, you know, they were just exactly like us. Just it was weird because some of us were, you know, dressed like inmates, and then some of them were dressed like guards. But like if you look at the faces,
if you guys were all wearing the same colored shirt, there's no way you can tell which is which.
Yeah, exactly. And these guys, like we would tell them, be like, yo, like what's wrong with y'all, man? Like, you know, y'all like us, you know, why y'all working for the, you know, for the enemy, not for the enemy, for the, you know, for the oppressor,
right?
You know, pretty much just be like, yo, why you working for the white man, you know? But then they're like, you know, I'm not Mexican, I'm a Texan, you know. So they
wow, that's another level, bro.
Yeah, bro. But like again, same face, same everything. But you know, like people will really pride themselves in that, and you know, again, to each their own. They're allowed. You're allowed to view yourself however you want to view yourself. That's why if you feel like you're a Texan, you're a Texan. You know. Yeah. That's why this whole Paisa lifestyle thing, you know, is dope, because you can just choose to be it or not to be it. You know.
You know what? I can relate to that because we're from New York, and if we go anywhere else, we say that shit with pride because it's New York.
Yeah.
The place that, you know, raised us. Actually most of my life I've lived here, and I've had to pretty much be in New York the whole time. Luckily, I wasn't in some really whack country like state like Utah or Idaho. They don't look very fun.
I mean, they might be popping, but just off hearing it, you know, you're not automatically enthusiastic about it.
Exactly. You know? And New York, well, everyone wants to go to New York, but that's beyond the point. The point is that it gets to a point where maybe you embrace New York so much that it actually ends up working against your people. And I brought you the example before of the people that walk around here in New York in sombreros and cowboy boots and those classic scorpion belt buckles. And you look at them and you're like, well, why don't you guys kind of fit the needs of New York? Not the needs, but the style of New York. You're not in Mexico anymore. You don't have to do that anymore. There's definitely no, well, there are ranches, just not like the ones back home.
Yeah.
But then I feel like I'm going against my own people when I really second think it, and I realize, I should let them be. That's where they came from. They want to preserve that tradition. So I'm always in between. I'm on the fence. Like,
it's because we got to realize that all of us together make up the spectrum of the culture. Again, it's our job to be on a certain side of that spectrum. But again, our community doesn't exist without having both ends of it.
Yeah, and you know what it is though? Here's the thing. The thing about me is that I believe in adaptability.
Yeah.
And if you don't adapt to where you're living, you're bound to stay behind.
But you want to know how they adapt?
Mm-hmm.
Because, again, you mentioned the whole boots, belts, all that. And again, they come from where they come from, and that's where they dress over there.
Right.
So when they come over here and you see them dressed like that, they're dressed exactly like that, but you see them boots, bro?
No.
Crocodile, bro.
Crocodile?
That's leather, bro. As real
Okay.
as real leather. So I mean, they're stepping it up in their own ways.
Right.
To where it's not just them dressing up in that style.
Right.
It's their version of a Jordan.
Right.
When they come through with some clean material,
Right.
whether it's the crocodile.
Fair enough.
The genuine leather, the ostrich,
fair enough.
like, because I've really, I do event photography, I shoot, weddings, 15s, whatever, things like that. And, I see, people's dresses, their suits, stuff like that. And I once took pictures for a guy that had an ostrich suit.
Ooh.
Ostrich suit, yeah. My man was walking around, he was like, todos los gabachos se casan y se compran un suit, suede or whatever material. They're like, they're spending 2-3 stacks. Be like, I'm walking around that in just my suit and pants,
Yeah.
And then, but the whole suit was again, it wasn't the best looking thing, but again, that was his own flex, You can't ever hate on a flex,
That's true. I see what they're doing.
A flex is a flex,
Okay.
Again, remember, and we're both sides of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
So they're flexing on their side, and we got to flex on our side.
Fair enough.
And then we just establish a spectrum of flexing,
A flex spectrum.
A flex spectrum, yes. The PaisaLife flex spectrum.
Wow.
Yeah, we're putting so many things out into the world, bro.
Right. That's
because again, remember, this is community based. It's not just you, it's not just me, but we're just centralizing the community in a 2-person conversation.
Yeah.
That happens.
We're reaching physics, guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're manifesting things on all types of levels,
But back to your topic on the Paisa clothing lifestyle clothing.
I mean, we might go branch into shirts, some hats, things like that. But again, remember, this is first and foremost a community of people. What did we call it last time in the activity club or social club? A social club.
Yeah, it was a social club.
Social club. Yeah. This is gonna be a social club. Again, right now, just your man Bugs and your man Ant out here. We're gonna be establishing what the PaisaLife thing is. And like we mentioned last time, that's why we had people on last time. We wanted to get the more voices out there, and you guys can hear that it's like-minded individuals. So if anything you hear makes sense to you and you relate, I know 2-3 other people that can also relate.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, because how many funny things are out there on YouTube?
Yeah.
And Facebook, all the social networks, that just you watch, and it's all for free,
Yeah.
Like we really take time out of our days to produce something that's semi-professional-ish.
Yeah.
To try to set it as a platform. Again.
Granted,
maybe like if you hear this, you want to come on this, let me know. I already got a few people lined up.
Do you?
I get a few, shout out to my man Pedro. He's been asking to be on, but like I told him, I told everybody, the whole mic situation kind of has us a little messed up. The moment we could really start incorporating more mics than this, we're gonna have more people on. Just we just wanted to test that out.
Yeah.
Because the conversation itself was cool, but the quality of it, I wasn't too happy with it.
There you go.
But again, we got to put it out.
Yeah.
Because again, this is it's not a one-time thing. Like even if you don't listen to the first episode, listen to this one. This is already episode 4. So we just gotta keep pumping them out. And to make these a little more relevant to
the times.
We got a few current event things
Absolutely.
we want to go over. Kind of we don't want to really start saying we're gonna have a structure to the podcast, but let's talk about what's happening in the here and now and how it affects us as a community or personally, and again, share our thoughts on a lot of things because a lot of things happened this week and like they do every week.
Mm-hmm.
And this week on the social medias, there's a scary video going around.
It's pretty gruesome. Yeah. It's a pretty gruesome video.
Yeah, we were watching it before we hit record.
We started.
And I was telling my man Ant out here, the video feels dark. We're talking about the Alton Sterling guy. I think that's his name.
Yeah, in Baltimore, right? Was it?
I don't know where it was.
I think it was Louisiana, actually.
All I remember is saying new video release, and then it sort of auto-played, and then you see Homeboy on the ground. I think it was 2 police officers on top of Homeboy.
So if you haven't seen the video, it's pretty much almost like all the cop videos that have been released. But this one was really bad because I think it was so close to the actual shooting. Real close. And it's 2 cops on top of some black guy. Just some black, normal-looking guy. And somewhere...
Apparently he was selling CDs?
Yeah, CDs. He was, right? He was just selling CDs in front of a store.
I think so, yeah.
Doing nothing bad. And then the police tackled him, took him to the floor. You can't really see what's going on in the struggle, but then you hear gunshots, and then they pan out, and you see the guy just bleeding. He's got a couple shots to the chest.
And like I said earlier, if the video felt dark watching it, because when I saw it, like I said, I just saw it said new release, and then I just seen the people on top of him, and then you really saw gun to man's face, and then all you saw was pop, 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 pop. Like it felt dark, bro.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a dude that I pretty much grew up with the internet, so things like that aren't all too gruesome, but just something about it just felt dark, bro. Like it was so dark that I didn't even notice or seem to check if it was shot in vertical mode or not. like that.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, bro. Like
a huge deal.
Like that's how I know it really affected me. Like it shocked me. Not affected me, it shocked me. I really didn't care or even bother to look.
Just the content of what was on the video was
so shocking, bro. It was so shocking, bro. That is like, whoa. Because me personally, I've actually, burned a few, Chalino Sanchez CDs, try to hustle them out the truck of the whip, because again, that's that daily hustle we live, because as a Paisa, you can't just go to a job fair and apply for jobs and, and get hired based on, again, you got to find what you can get, because a lot of jobs, you need a social security card. Paisa, we don't got that. Driver license, don't got that neither, so our job base is very limited.
Yeah, and just imagine, let's Paisa it up. Imagine just an old lady selling, maybe not an old lady, but a guy selling, I don't know, tacos or ice cream on the street with no permit. Anything. And then he gets tackled down on the ground. And you do hear gunshots. You don't see who's doing the shooting. And then you kind of see one guy jump in front of the gun, so you don't think it's him. So they're probably going to twist it around, and they're going to say, oh, he was shooting. He attacked us. He took something out. Because then I saw something getting thrown from his pocket. They took something out of his pocket and then threw it. But to me, what really got to me was the fact that, first of all, his face was he was terrified. Like, he didn't realize why that was happening. That's what it looked like to me. And then once he actually gets shot, he's doing, like, these reaching motions, almost like he's trying to get somebody to help him or lift him up or grab his hand. And then he just dies.
He was just grasping for help.
Yeah.
Much, yeah.
Exactly. That's what it is. He was, exactly. He was for help. I think that's what it was.
That last spasm of, because
Just hanging on to life.
yeah, like when you're being held down, because again, I was detained, I was through that whole procedure, bro, and I can honestly say that I was pretty much almost beaten to where I should have gotten medical attention. But again, now over some flagrant shit, just because, pretty much the story is after being in cuffs because we were in a county jail that's probably almost 4 hours away from here. They put me in the county detention hall for a week there, and then they transferred me to Texas. So they woke us up at 4 a.m. to move us from there to a plane to get somewhere. So on the movement from the cells to the gym where they pretty much sorted us out, we were in cuffs and chains. So we were like that for like maybe 2 or 3 hours. So the moment they take them off you, just so they can check you and they sort of kind of interview you, talk to you. They took mine off, and then I just stretched, bro, because, you're kind of crunched in like this. So I just got up, stretched. I was like, okay, that's good. That feels good. Cracked my neck, whatever. I'm stretching. And then ICE officer comes up to me. He's like, why you stretching so much? You plan on doing something, big man?
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
that's
just
ridiculous.
And I'm like, yo, my man. So I'm like, I was just in chains. I'm stretching. Like, my body doesn't feel good. Let me stretch. And then he pretty much... Obviously, I must have said it a little bit harshly too. I'll
you sense the attitude.
Yeah, let's say I did have attitude, And then he got up in my face and he was like, "I got a son no older than you, mind you, 19 at the time."
Right.
And then he pulls out to me. He's like, "I got a son no older than you," and he looks me in the face. He's like, "And I beat his ass all the time."
Yikes.
And he's like, "What makes you think I'm not gonna bust your ass?" And then I told him, whatever. And then kind of threw myself at him. He flinched. And then his people, and then that's when the two officers went in on me and like literally beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like with nightsticks and everything.
That's wild.
That's what I'm saying. I should have almost gotten medical attention. Like my whole sides were sore for like a month. But that's because, you act up. When people with authority go and encounter people they dislike, that they get a joy out of. I'm getting paid to hunt you down. I'm getting paid to hunt you down. I'm going to enjoy this, And the scary thing about it, bro, is that my mans could have probably been Puerto Rican, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
That's true. Or Dominican or South or
Honduran.
Like
yes, some sort of Paisa. But again, we're talking about these third, fourth generation people here. Who knows how many generations?
Right.
But like that shit was scary, bro. That means this man is beating his son, yo.
Yeah.
Like child abuse, and my man is out here getting paid federal money.
Yeah.
To hunt down people like me that
he hates with a passion.
Yeah.
Why do you think they hate us so much?
It's, again, those balances, bro, that spectrum, Again, they'll paint you a picture, but they won't give you no examples, because on the media, they'll tell you, oh, Mexicans this, Mexican that. But any person that has ever needed any services ever in their life will...
why?
They will tell you stories about they got their Mexican. They're like, oh, yeah, they're bad, but not my guy.
Yeah, exactly. He's one of the good ones.
Yeah, he's one of the good ones, And if you were to... survey people, right? Everyone has, one Mexican that's one of the good
token
people.
Mexican.
Yeah, and we're somehow we all happen to be good and hard workers, but the rest of them, I don't know about them.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah,
that's what it is. But you know what it is, and you said it earlier. We don't really embrace their culture as much as they want us to, and that pisses them off because they have a sense of, this is my country. Do as we say. It's our house. We're letting you stay. And somewhere along the line was like, nah, fuck your country. Mine is better, but I'm going to stay here. and that pissed them off.
Yeah, that attitude, that whole
attitude.
persona, you know, that like they hate that, you know.
Yeah, they hate that, and that's I think what fueled it, because they realized that we didn't want to conform to the way that they lived. We wanted to keep our own thing in a different place.
We are the counterculture.
That's a great drop.
You know,
That's a great drop.
I mean, I'm not gonna say like, you know, we are here, you know, being, you know, the people that get marginalized in this decade, because we are, but you know, we're just pointing out that we want us to be normal.
Yeah,
we just want to be normal.
We just want to do our thing. Don't bother us. We won't bother you.
You know, the whole white picket fence, you know, backyard, yellow lab, you know, that's really all we want to do.
Yeah, maybe not a lab. It might be something a little more exotic, because we're still gonna flex on you somehow.
Somehow, you know.
Somehow.
Actually, funny you mentioned that. Me being a Paisa, I always, you know, let my mind wander and think about what I would buy if I could just flex. If I could just flex, no questions, what would I get? And I have been looking at Savannah cats, bro, and those things are amazing.
Yeah,
$20,000 cats that pretty much look like little leopards, like dog-sized leopards, like 40-pound little leopards.
Yeah.
You can put them on a leash and all that shit, and they look
like the Saudis. Yeah, I've seen a lot of Saudis of that.
Bro, no, but those dudes, they get the real cheetahs.
They get the real cheetahs.
Yeah.
That's a real flex.
Yeah, super flex. A flex plus.
Yeah.
Flex plus.
Yo, speaking of Saudis, there's I don't know if this is true or not. I saw it on the internet that some guy's ex-girlfriend told him he would never get married, and the guy married 4 bad bitches.
At once? Oh, there, yo! What?
It's Saudis, man.
Again, I hear they have a lot of rules over there.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
But then it sounds like they don't.
They don't.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're doing whatever they're doing.
And you know what's funny about Saudis?
What's that?
Once you take off all the head wraps and all like the sunglasses and all that, clean up their face, just give them a mustache and a sombrero on them,
and they'll look Mexican.
You have a Mexican.
Yes, you do.
And then then erase that again, and then just put, you know, like a little feather on the head, long hair, you know.
Give them a denim jacket.
Then
you have a Native American, not an American.
Yeah. So can any listeners out there, if you can help us gather those, you know, points of information and give us an answer to why that is, let us know, because we also want a better understanding of this. You know, because, you know, in this area, bro, because, you know, like I mentioned, I'm a Paisa and I do a lot of manual labor around here. I work for a lot of Indians. There's a lot of Indians around here. They have really nice houses. They're doctors. They're accountants. They're lawyers. They're, you know, you don't really see too many poor Indians around here. They own gas stations, you know.
That's true. They're doctors.
Yeah, but with all of them, bro, we relate, my nigga, because I've been to Indian parties and they also have really spicy foods.
Rice.
Right. Beans, like they got a lot of stuff that's Mexican-ish.
A lot of spices.
Yeah. Because I think
the white people hate spices. We went over this in the first episode.
Yeah. We did, and then the more I think about it,
white people. I know there's a certain demographic of white people that think that ketchup is spicy.
No,
there has to be.
Is there? I mean, statistically speaking, I'm guessing there should be, right?
Yeah, they're like, oh, this is a little spicy for me. I only want light ketchup. Absolutely. Imagine they wouldn't last with one of our meals. Oh, they die. They die.
I mean, I don't know about that.
They won't die, but
yeah, like
they wouldn't be able. Their stomach wouldn't be able to.
Never be
it.
the same again. Yeah, never be the same again. Yeah. But that's just our everyday. I mean, we live a different life. You know?
Yeah, like I just got out of work.
Yeah.
I just got out of work and I'm wearing the official footgear of a Paisa. I'm wearing steel toe boots.
Steel toe boots and the backwards hat.
And with the safety goggles and the beer in my hand.
The cold brew in hand.
The cold brew, Mexican brew. Yeah, no, we're
because we've said that. Well, I've said it before. I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but ice cold beer after work is a working man's Gatorade.
Yeah.
Like, you can drink as much water as you want, and I do it all the time. I'll drink maybe a jug, like maybe 3/4 of a gallon when I get home from any sort of job.
Yeah.
But nothing feels more refreshing than an ice cold brew straight after, bro. Straight after.
That's true, man.
Like nothing gets my soul more than that.
Listen, let me tell you a PaisaLife story. When I started playing ball around when I was 18 to maybe 20, I used to play at the local rec. And there was always...
When you started playing a little more seriously.
No, before I started playing a little more seriously, when I was like 18 to 20 years old.
Because I remember us being on how old were we on the Pumas?
Oh, man, we were maybe...
Tweens?
Yeah, we're like 11. You were probably like 13.
I was probably a teen.
Yeah.
You were still probably tweens.
Yeah, we were like 10, 11. We were a
but
part
that
of
was
the...
just recreational. Was like
yeah, it was. And we always lost to the same team. We somehow played the same basketball team every week. It's almost like they set it up so they would win because their dad ran the league.
Yeah, speaking of leagues, we run one of those too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna run a basketball league. So if you're a Paisa and you like to play ball and you're in the Hudson Valley area, come through, make a team. A lot more info will be posted maybe next month.
Yeah.
We'll say next month. We'll shoot for next month.
Yeah. But back on track.
Back on track. Yeah, so I used to be playing until nighttime, until they turned the lights off. And once they turned the lights off, somehow, from somewhere, the Mexicans would always pull out 12-packs, 24-packs. And sometimes they would get to the basketball court around 6 or 7, but wouldn't leave till 4 in the morning, completely disregarding their family and their kids. That is Paisa life.
It's because they're sleeping, bro. They're
Yeah.
sleeping. Think about it. We don't mind not sleeping a whole day, chilling, hanging out, relaxing, cooling, because just as important as sleep is,
Yeah.
a lot of people also neglect me time.
Yeah.
If you don't get your me time, like, you know, your own time to unwind and just
Right.
let you forget about everything,
Yeah.
you don't get a chance to reset.
That's true.
And if you don't reset, then, you know, you can't really, you know, get anything really.
Their me time definitely ran 3 to 4 months, though. So we're not talking just one day. They were doing this every day.
Of course, we're a little excessive.
Yeah, absolutely.
When it comes,
excessive is the right word.
yeah, excessive. Like if there was a key word to express how
Paisa?
yeah how our thing is different, it'd definitely be excessive. Excessive would be in there.
We worry a lot. That's what it is. We come from a world where we worry a lot, so we always want to be prepared for any possible scenario.
Always on your toes.
Always on your toes.
Never not on your toes.
Yeah, exactly. And you always take extra precaution to be on the safe side. And that's what being a Paisa life is about. Especially my Paisas that don't really have any legal documents stating their
Shout out to
residence.
us. Shout out to us.
Exactly. We always have to live fear of a little extra.
We definitely got to shoot some sort of film documentary, like, stating that, because, like we always mention, you know, don't use your social security, your driver license, or your passport and see how far you get from nothing.
Yeah.
And it's pretty tough, you know. So that's why we understand
Absolutely.
how hard work works. And for that, I really want to start shouting out at least, you know, some of the sponsors, some of the people we want to shout out, because since we're on episode 4,
Yeah.
I was able to upload some actual art on the last episode.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's thanks to my homegirl from Australia, who is a Muslim as well, from Lebanon. So she's all over the place.
So she's her own form of a paisa.
There you go. Exactly.
She's her
She
own
is a
form.
Paisa over there.
Yeah. Again, the paisa spectrum can be as wide as we want it to be.
Absolutely.
Know, let's expand on what it means.
Yeah.
You know, let's really take it over, because, again, think about it. If I guarantee you, if you put one of those poofy dresses that at the end, the all white dresses that has the little red, white, and green, or
the traditional,
anyone,
what everyone thinks traditional Mexican women wear.
Yeah, anyone that's brown, you put that on them. They're, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But thank you to Salwa.
Yeah.
I think I'm pronouncing your name right.
Yeah.
We've known each other for like a year. I still don't know, but you know who it is.
Shout out to the conchas.
And the conchas. She put a concha in one of our logos. She did.
We still don't have an
official
actual concha sponsor, but
we will.
Again, send out the invites. And anyone that sells conchas, let them know that we talk about them, and we got like a handful of people that listen. You know,
that listen, and they mean a lot to us.
yeah,
And we can guarantee you.
they'll buy conchas.
Yeah,
Because conchas are cool.
Conchas are great.
Yeah, and we're on the hunt for the best concha. As a matter of fact, this is a PaisaLife initiative. We're finding the best concha in Orange County and I guess surrounding counties
Listen,
too.
I would not mind taking a trip to the city just to try conchas.
How about we triangulate something between here, city, and somewhere in wherever west would be to make it like an even triangle.
We could.
To find the best conchas in that perimeter.
Yeah, I could.
We can make a top 10 list, maybe.
A top 10 list would be great, and we'll shout out your business.
Definitely. We want to start doing stuff like that, shouting out businesses, things like that. Which reminds me, I actually had a crazy idea the other day.
What's up?
About how, you know how as Mexicans we suffer from white people saying Happy Independence Day to us on Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
It's a very horrible thing that happened to us every single year.
Yeah.
And I thought about it. I'm like, how about we play on them?
Yeah.
How is we correct them?
Okay.
So on September 15th, 16th this year, around that weekend or whenever it is that we can, we should have some sort of festival. Real Cinco de Mayo festival.
Cinco de Mayo in 16th of September.
Yes, so we begin to aware everyone that has that misconception of Cinco de Mayo.
We could do that. You want to make this big, you want to make 16th of September a holiday in the U.S., an unofficial holiday in the U.S., that's why white people hate us. That's why white people hate us.
I just want to correct them on when they should buy me a beer.
Yeah,
when
there you go.
When they should buy me a tequila, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because on Cinco de Mayo, all white people are super excited to say Happy Cinco de Mayo to you.
That's true.
And I appreciate it, but they say it to a lot of non-poblanos.
Yeah,
because
I hear it all the time.
In reality, Cinco de Mayo is not a Mexican holiday per se, you know?
No, and to put it in something that you can understand, to put it in context, imagine a holiday that only California or Texas celebrates. No one else in the entire country really puts that much emphasis on it like that one state.
Like when people say, remember the Alamo, I'm sure there's a certain day to the Alamo, maybe?
Maybe, and I'm sure Texans know all about it.
Yeah, but everywhere else we're like, eh?
Yeah, that's cool.
I guess.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah, you know? And that's what Cinco de Mayo really is, you know.
Yeah,
so if you can not talk to us on Cinco de Mayo and actually buy us beer on the day we're actually celebrating.
Put it like this: Cinco de Mayo is not on our top 10 holidays in Mexico. Doesn't even come close.
I mean, I'm from Puebla, so definitely
yeah, that's true. Okay, he's from Puebla, but everywhere else in Mexico, maybe not so much.
But shout out to all the Poblanos, though. We out here, bro. Did you know that New York is unofficially Puebla, York?
Yeah, I believe that. There's every other, like maybe 8 out of 10 Mexicans I meet are from Puebla.
You know why?
Why is that?
Because we out here, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
So pretty much, let's just, so that's...
Shout out to El DF.
Again,
technically from El Estado de Mexico, but we're not going to get too much into that.
Yeah, shout out to all the places, man. Mexico, North Mexico, wherever you're from, man. All my people from down south.
Absolutely.
Wherever. If you think you're a Paisa, if you ever considered feeling like a Paisa, you're a Paisa.
And we're including everyone south of that Mexico border. If you're Guatemala, shout you out.
Shout out to all my Chapines. Shout out to all my Catrachos.
Oh, man.
Everybody.
What do they call Peruvians?
Is
it Peruchos?
Peruchos.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something a little more stereotypical.
The cat eating thing? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but that's true.
Shout out to all the Ecuadorians too.
Ecuadorians eat guinea pigs.
They do.
You fucking savages! I heard that's delicious. So if you want to send us a guinea pig that's roasted, we'll be more.
I'll confess to it. I've eaten guinea pig before, and
how is it?
And it's like chicken.
Yeah, I gotta try it.
It's chicken flavored rodents.
Nice. You've ever eaten the grasshoppers, chapulines?
Of course. When I was in Mexico,
delicious.
I actually, in my mom's side of the family, she's from Tlaxcala, so shout out to all my Tlaxcala people.
Oof. It's a lot of X's there.
Yeah, of course. That's why I love saying it. You know, especially I love saying my mom's town, Acuitlapilco, Acuitlapilco, Tlaxcala. You know, so it sounds
super Aztec.
Yeah, I mean,
super.
I mean, technically they were the
More
enemies
around
of
where
Aztec.
yeah, exactly. Aztecs are more from where I'm from.
Yeah. But again, I'm a Poblano, so you know
Yeah.
You know, we're all brown, man. We're all brown.
All
Man.
brown.
We had differences then, you know. We're unifying now, you know.
Yeah.
We're unifying now. So shout out to all of us.
Absolutely.
You know, but you know, let's kind of jump on the opposite of, you know, back on the track of the podcast that we want to keep, you know. On the opposite side of, you know, brown people being brown
white people. We're going back to the white side.
We wanted to mention white privilege. You know, we wanted to touch.
Do you
on
believe
that
in it? Do you believe in white privilege?
Of course. You know, and the first thing in the white privilege section of the show, or the whatever we want to call it, the segment, I guess.
Okay.
Obviously, besides the cops that are probably right now they're on administrative leave.
So they're still getting paid?
I think so.
Okay.
All right. I mean that's gonna be the first one.
Yeah.
Second one is gonna be Hillary Clinton. No FBI.
Oh, I met her.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's
Sort
awesome.
of.
Yo, she's awesome. Think about it. FBI not filing charges on you.
Yeah,
Yo, shout out to you.
Yeah, you're definitely pulling a lot of strings there.
Yeah, like you beat the system. You know, as a,
that is the biggest flex anyone can do. And only a president can get away with it.
Of course. Again, you can't ever hate on the flex.
No,
you know,
you can't.
Like if Hillary really ran on the don't hate, appreciate.
Yeah,
on her campaign, she really have that minority vote on lock.
Dog, if she starts Millie rocking,
any block, on any
for
block.
4 days straight, forget about it.
Think
bro.
about it. She can Millie rock from L.A. to anywhere in New York, cause she already be in New York. She a New York nigga.
Yo, she is. She is. That's true.
Damn,
she's got. Oh yeah. Now you got.
She got all the street cred. All she needs some Timbs and some sort of fitted.
The Yankee fitted, the blue Yankee fitted.
And that's it.
With the gray brim.
Game on crush.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, she's gonna have to do the Harlem Shake at some point.
Hillary, highlight us for that consulting.
Yeah.
Again, we're willing to do it on a fraction on whatever anybody else got.
Yeah, we'll handle the Latino demographic.
Oh yeah, we got you.
That's
We
what
got
you call
you. There. We got the videos. You can obviously tell we got the audio.
We'll translate. Most of all, you need help.
Oh yeah, speaking of translating, bro, we got to point this out. As a Paisa in this country,
that's right.
U.S. of A. government, I love you. I appreciate you. I thank you for your effort to try to translate things. But please, and shout out to all my Puerto Ricans because they're Paisas too. But your Spanish does not translate best to
fucking terrible
to a single like the mainstream Spanish.
Yeah. Okay. So you know what? I was actually talking to this Moreno about it. And I used the Paisa word, Moreno, an African American, about this issue. And
we got a lot of those in the Paisa community.
Oh, absolutely.
Because when I was locked up, bro, a lot of Hondurans, a lot of Panamanians that are, you know, technically black.
Right.
But, you know, they will always choose to align with, you know, with the Paisas.
Absolutely.
Because they're like, I know where I'm from.
Yeah, exactly. They know the struggle.
They're like, I know where my brothers and sisters from. Like, you know, I know that I look like other people, but, you know, I'm willing to accept the fact that I'm from this area. As far as I know, I'm from here, and you know, I'm one of y'all. Because again, we accept anybody, bro. We accept all drifters.
Yeah, there you go.
Again, to put it into a Game of Thrones reference, you know, we're kind of like the wildlings. You know, we're the people on the outside. You know, you in the inside in the walls of comfort of the first world. You feel like you have all these walls between each other. Like you got white people, you got black people, you got rich, you got poor, you got the hipsters, you got the ghetto people. You got everything in between. But then outside of that, there's what you guys call the savages. You know, the people that don't belong here. You know. And that's us, bro. We're willing to take anybody. We're willing to take all drifters. You know, regardless of where you're from. Like if you're not from here, and you get looked down upon. We'll take you in, man. As a matter of fact, shout out to my man Chung. You remember my man Chung?
Oh, Chung was...
He was Paisa.
He was a Paisa. He was a Chinese
dude hanging out with all the Mexicans in high school.
And
whenever us, you know, real dudes back in the day used to catch beef, you know, against stupid brown on brown violence, which I no longer
Okay.
or promote or even tolerate at this point. But he was down,
He
He
was.
was really down to beef,
Yeah.
I remember my man distinctly telling me, "No, Boxy, I'm not going nowhere. I want to fight with you guys." Like, and that's exactly how he said it because he had a heavy Asian accent,
He did.
and that's why I loved him because he had the hookup in
In the
his spot.
Chinese restaurant.
Spot.
I
Boneless chicken. I will roll up in there, boneless chicken with a lot of hot sauce on it. With the drink, my man will bust me down $250.
Wow.
$250, bro.
That's love. That's like an $8 meal.
That's
$8 or $9
that
meal.
was him telling me, I got you, my dude. I got you.
Yeah.
Shout out to him,
Shout
man.
out to Chung. Yeah, we gotta look for Chung and bring on.
I be. Oh yeah, have
We
him
gotta
on.
bring him on.
Yeah, we gotta bring him on. Yeah, see what he's up to.
'Cause he's a Paisa, but he's from a different part of the hemisphere at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah. Again, another part of the spectrum of the Paisa spectrum.
Yeah.
Again, we're establishing new physics here. New dynamics and or whatever. You
Also,
want
let
to
it be noted that we're very impaired at the moment.
yeah. But that's what keeps the conversation rolling.
Exactly.
Again, back to the white
But
privilege.
but no. Before that, you were talking about letting Puerto Ricans translate things, and I was telling this black guy about my job.
Oh, yeah. Back on track.
Yeah, even though to you guys we all look like we're talking the same language, it's not the case. There's Dominicans, there's Puerto Ricans, there's Hondurans, and each of them have a different dialect. They use different vernacular. They have different forms of slang. So while the core language is still the same, a Puerto Rican could be talking to me for about 2 minutes, and I can honestly say I have no idea what he just said to me. And he was talking in Spanish.
Puerto Ricans can understand.
That's true.
It, which only really narrows down who can understand that message you're getting across.
Yeah.
It's because they took him under the wing. They were like, "You're going to be our talking Spanish people."
Yeah, that might be it.
So we're just going to use you as our in betweens for now. And so we came along and we, took over all the industries because we do it better, cheaper, more efficient.
That's right.
Because we can I've translated for Dominicans, I've translated for Guatemalans, I've translated from Mexican people from the north because they speak different than the people from the south of Mexico,
Absolutely.
which speak different than us poblanos and people from
the city, and
which have that sort of city-ish sort of sound, the way, no mames, pendejo,
yeah.
And then the people from the norte just kind of they kind of talk with a little tone,
They're the country folk. Yeah, that's right. It's crazy because this country's country folk are down south. Ours are up north.
Yeah.
You guys have so much in common.
Oh yeah,
but you choose not to embrace that. So much in common.
Remember how earlier I was talking about all those security guards in the detention center that were Mexican, but that were Paisas, but they were like, "Nah, I'm Texan."
Yeah,
bro, they could not stop talking about how they would just drive down to Mexico and do anything they needed to do. They needed, like, even buying groceries. They're like, "Yeah, we'll just cross the border, get some groceries really cheap, and just come back home."
Yeah.
And they would love going to Mexico because a lot cheaper medicine, a lot cheaper everything.
Yeah.
They were like, if you go to Mexico with if you cross the border to Mexico with $200,
you're a royalty.
That's like you spending $800 here, like it's nothing.
Oh, okay.
They were, because you can get a hotel room, you can get a meal, you can go grocery shopping, you might could cop a shirt, maybe some shoes, some pants, a hoodie, like have you a nice time out.
Yeah.
No, that's what $200 just right across the border, because $200 sounds like a lot of money, and it is a lot of money, but to sort of flex it, it's not too much.
No,
but the equivalent of flexing 800, like you could flex 800 like that, and that's a flex.
Yeah,
and you can pull that off in Mexico easily. Like, and now you just
or get kidnapped. It depends where you are in Mexico.
I mean, if you are willing to put yourself out there as a target, then trust me, you're gonna be a target.
Oh yeah.
But again, as how Spices do, man, we blend in. We try to figure out where we're at, where we gotta be, and we try to get there. We don't try to be where we don't need to be. We move around. Yeah. So let's just we'll be back, and we're gonna take a break for some sponsors, or just take a break.
Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, just
with you is your boy Ant
and Bugs.
Now, there's one thing that I've been meaning to ask you for a while, and actually I did ask you this already, but I want you to go a little more in depth with your answer. And I asked you if you thought white privilege existed. You said absolutely.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
like for you to continue with that.
Oh yeah, we definitely diverted into the whole Hillary thing, which shout out to her again, real gangster, do it out there, doing her thing.
Doing her thing.
But like on a more serious note, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of things out there that just point to the fact that it exists. You know, not necessarily can narrow it down to one specific thing, but to point that it's a real thing that exists.
So what exactly is white privilege to you? What's your definition of it?
Yeah, it's just pretty much being able to know that you get treated differently than people that aren't white, that don't look like you, that you acknowledge it. I was actually scrolling through the Facebook feed earlier, and somebody reposted a video of some white lady giving a lecture in some sort of hall where, you know, you got older people sitting down.
Okay.
And she asked the question. She was like, if you would like to be treated how African Americans are treated today, please stand up. And nobody in the room stood up. She was like, I don't know if you guys understood me, but my question to you and our command was, if you want to be treated like African Americans get treated today, please stand up. And then again, nobody got up. And then she was like, so that means you guys understood my question and know it's a thing, but nobody chose to get up. So you guys are acknowledging that you know they get treated differently, but you don't want to get treated like them. You know? And then
it's pretty clever.
Yeah. You know, because again, there's definitely those borderlines that are drawn there socially that somehow, you know, exist, you know, because again, living in Newburgh, there's those lines in the town where it clearly goes from dirty poor Newburgh to nice Newburgh,
beautiful white Newburgh.
Yeah, like my perfect example is the waterfront, and you know,
no, there's literally a line that you can see if you squint your eyes a little between the local college and the hood.
The hood.
You could see that line.
There's a line where it's just straight Section 8 housing, and then there's just a line to where it's like it just starts to be a lot of green, a lot of trees,
that's
a
what
lot of grass.
Is. You can tell by the grass being
and a lot
kept.
of red stone buildings.
Yeah,
you know,
that too.
A lot of, you know, that shit that's in right now. You know, those 1800 homes. You know,
those hipster homes.
Yeah, of course. Bro.
You know? No, but you know what? To me, white privilege is the idea or the belief that because you're white, you are entitled to a lot of opportunities that maybe a black person or a Paisa might not have.
You feel like it's normal for you.
Like right? It's normal for you. Like you really have to fuck up badly to be able to actually fuck up. For us, it doesn't take a lot. But that's besides the point. I don't believe in the idea that white privilege is really a thing. And you're the living embodiment of that. Because you, a person with no paperwork saying you should be here or you could be here, you don't have the same opportunities that most people have. You don't have the ability to even be able to work or drive or even fill out unemployment. Nothing. You have absolutely zero things going on in this country. Yet you have been able to have not one, not 1.5, not 1 3/4, but 2 businesses. And that's something that most people that have been living here their whole life or have the foundation of 3, 4, 5 generations have been able to do, despite the fact that they've been allegedly been giving all these opportunities and all these chances, all these things that we're not getting, and yet you've been able to do it. I think it's a pretty false thing. I think it's all just a matter of, are you willing to put a little elbow grease into what you're doing?
Of course. And to elaborate on what you just said, I see what you're saying, but I actually believe the complete opposite. That I have to do what I do.
Yeah.
Because
no, I mean it definitely gives you that
because
hunger.
Because if I don't do what I do, then when people see me, they know that they can stereotype me.
But here's the thing, because you can't do anything else. You have to. That's the only way you're going to survive. See, someone who already lives here, or these white people, they never feel that. And that's what really fuels you. That's what fuels all of us. That's the reason why I work this way. That's the reason why our parents work 2 jobs, because that's the only thing we have to do. Either we do that or we don't. Either we starve or we work.
You eat or you eat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna be eating.
It's not an option for me to be eaten, and
exactly.
That's an example that is like you mentioned, set by those that came before us. Our parents, one of the most hungriest people I've ever seen. They fought for change.
Mm-hmm.
They struggled for it, to where it's like when they finally realized it did change, they were able to relax a little bit more. But we are still living that ourselves. And the reason why I push forward every single day, regardless of whether things go good or bad, is because I have kids. Mm-hmm. And I want them to see that you have to get up every day and either do something or go to work. Mm-hmm. But if you do something, make sure you do good. Mm-hmm. Make sure you do it all the way.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're going to relax all the way,
Yeah.
Do it all the way well and get real comfortable, because, that's time to get comfortable, When it's time to read, make sure that you're fully in the zone to read, when it's time to do anything in life, just do it. And I teach my kids that, that's one thing I've actually started noticing recently, that I got to explain my 6-year-old why things are a certain way, because now she's in the age where she asks.
And she absorbs that information too.
I understand you're telling me to do this because it's good, but can you explain why it's good? Like she starts to get in depth with the questions, and it's a little weird because she's a little person that just keeps asking why, but her whys aren't why. Like, she'll go into the conversation and she'll just ask, okay, okay, that's different, but so how come this and that, like she'll connect them together, and I see that she has a pattern of learning, so that's why I try to do whatever it is I can to just show her that wants that itch that makes you want to know, keep that. I don't know what it is. I don't have all the answers. I will answer whatever it is that I can. But once knowledge is out of my hand, you have become the knowledge seeker. And that's pretty much kind of how we were raised, but not directly. Because we saw from the people we idolized, we saw that them wanting change. We saw it. We experienced it firsthand. That really translates to you, Not that other people don't have the same want, but, again, to me, white privilege is not having to see your parents struggle. Not having to see your mom and dad worry about where the money for the next bills is going to come from, Like, worrying if you're going to have overtime or not, Like, because think about it, I see a lot of people that do worry about that, and shout out to them because they live the struggle too. So because there's this thin line, bro, because I see it, to where it's like there's a lot of colored people that do benefit from white privilege, but it's more of a social thing, It breaks down to maybe a racial thing where most white people, based on percentages, can benefit from. That's why we can probably call it white privilege. Maybe it'd be educated, or we can break it down.
For lack of a better word, we'll keep it at white privilege.
Yeah. Because most white people just happen to be, benefiting.
Right.
We'll just point it out that far.
But the fact that these people, and I hate to call them white people, but we'll say American people, have all these opportunities and they have all these different options, and they don't take advantage of it. Are they really privileged if you're not taking advantage of it? You're giving those options, but
we live in a consumer economy, bro, and this country needs consumers, and a lot of those people are consumers. We're a small percentage. They say that there's 11 million illegal people here, and that number seems really low to me. Yeah. But we'll roll with that.
Well, you know what it is? It's because we live in New York and you see a lot of different. But do you think that maybe the countries in the middle have that as diverse as maybe New York or California or Texas.
Oh, probably not.
That's what I'm saying. It's mostly white people. That's why this election is scary because
But between LA and New York, you really don't think there's 11 million people between the two? Just New York and California.
no, I think that's probably an accurate number, but you think it's significantly higher.
Yeah, so 11 for both of them, and then whatever is in between.
Yeah.
So I guess the in between is still free game.
A couple tens of thousands.
Yeah, because as a matter of fact, shout out to all the states that were giving out licenses to illegals not that long ago, right? I don't know if there still is such places.
We can Google it later. We'll have an answer.
I think Seattle Washington was a place.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yo, shout out to Washington. I just realized they got legal bud and they were giving out licenses to illegals. Yo, they're real progressive out there.
Seattle Portland's over there.
Ooh, shout out to them. Yeah. Oh, they're pro Paisa.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is Colorado doing the same thing, or are they just selling bud?
I don't know. Is there a correlation?
Yo, there might be. You know what?
Because I know there's a lot of Mexicans in Colorado.
That's what I was gonna say. Absolutely, I know a lot of
Mexicans.
The
state is called Colorado.
Yeah, that's a Paisa word, by the way, which means colored.
Red, technically red. Colorado technically means red.
Does it?
Yeah, Colorado. Yeah.
I just thought it meant painted.
Color painted. Who knows? It might.
Google knows.
We'll
ask Google. We'll ask Google later.
We'll ask. Yeah. We'll figure that out.
No, but that whole thing you were talking about earlier, I'm not sure if it got caught on the mic, but the person who released some of her documents, Hillary Clinton's documents, died?
Oh, no, yeah, there was this one guy, to bring her back to the Hillary thing. There was this one Russian guy that somehow said that, I don't know where, but that he had access to Hillary Clinton's email, because obviously everyone knows that it was a very unsecure thing, and that a lot of people could have hacked into it. So this Russian guy said that he had a whole copy of whatever she had, and apparently he committed suicide overnight.
Wow. So the government got him killed?
I mean, suicide? I don't know how.
Why would he? He was going to be popping pretty soon. Doesn't seem like the type of thing I would do if I was going to be all over TV and all over the news. Yeah. Do you know how much pussy you get being on the front page of the newspaper, of all the news headlines? Somewhat. Decent amount.
Mind you, I don't know where the story really came from. I can't recall off the top of my head. I don't know where the guy came from. All I heard was a cool story while I read it out.
So it could have been a completely fabricated story?
Could have been, maybe.
It sounds like something out of House of Cards, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, but it's...
Love House of Cards, bro.
Oh, yeah, shout out to House of Cards. I wonder if whoever makes House of Cards is sponsoring Hillary, like just supporting her.
Yo, that would be interesting,
bro. Because I'd really be surprised if Hillary doesn't become president.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because what's the other option? Just a wild, racist, sociopathic white man.
So Bush
was kind of dumb. I don't know. Bush did not have the pull that Trump has.
Did he like Mexicans?
No, he hated Mexicans. Maybe not publicly, but you could tell.
Maybe.
He was Texan. He's a Texan.
He created Homeland Security.
He did. Trying to get him out. Yeah.
That's pretty much the agency that goes around asking people for the papers.
Oh wow, yo, it's not unlike the Gestapo in Nazi Germany.
No, not at all. Don't pursue a certain type of people around the country. No,
don't do that.
Don't do it. No.
No, but doesn't it make sense that if there was ever going to be FEMA death camps, that the first people there would be the poor and the people that weren't supposed to be there in the first place?
Because they want to round us up so we could do the work for them.
Yeah.
I'll be like, you guys are like that, so you might as well just work.
If you want to work, you want to stay here, we'll let you do both. Stay here and work.
You actually just stay here
and work.
But
you guys seem to like that.
You can work, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely be rounded up. And the Morenos would be then the Puerto Ricans. Oh, because they're definitely getting Puerto Ricans out. They've had them for way too long. They're not really happy with what I guess they were supposed to be. Were Puerto Ricans to the United States supposed to be like that middle line that brings people into the U.S. Because I feel like they use Puerto Rico as like, hey, we're gonna let you guys stay here, but you're gonna get all those people coming over on our side, and then Puerto Ricans are like, no, we're just gonna stay here and play dominoes in front of our apartment buildings.
They live in the beach.
Yeah, that was they definitely bet their money on the wrong horse.
It's like, where would they move to, man?
Yeah, exactly.
The beach.
Oh man, that's hilarious. But if you're Puerto Rican, man, welcome to the show. Whenever you want to come, you're more than welcome to talk to us, because you guys are Paisas at the end of the day. As American as you guys want to do and impersonate, because I know your flag looks a little suspicious. I know what you're trying to do, but
you're there,
but at the end of the day, they're gonna look at you. They're gonna be like, "Wow,
Jose,
okay. Yeah,
Jose,
are you sure you're supposed to be here?"
Oh, Joe, you're Joe. Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah, as much as you wanna think that you're like them, you're not. And I hate saying that because it sounds so negative, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say to that?
You look like us.
Yeah, sorry to say that, but you look like us. You listen to funny music and you eat rice. You're pretty much gonna be in those death camps with us. So let's not even try to front.
Yeah. Let's get that social group going.
Yeah, let's just unite and take down the white man.
Meaning, let's do a non-profit so we can get donations.
Get these
too.
white people killed. Nah, yo, you know what? I love white people. White people are some of the coolest people, and I'm not just saying that because the same people that murked that dude might be outside. But no, yo, white people.
We benefit from you guys.
We do.
Like, if you didn't have Made in America, we wouldn't want.
We wouldn't be here.
Yeah, like you balance yourself out.
That's true.
Like, you'll be willing to be scared of black people or people of color, but you'll hang out with alligators and lions and all of that.
Yeah.
That's cool. You balance yourself out. You know, I don't feel like they're here against anybody.
Do you feel like they overcompensate for the fact that there are people say, "Oh, you're scared of black people"? They're like, "No, did you not see me wrestle that alligator? Why would you say that? Did you not see me swim with that shark? How dare you say I was scared?" That's what they do.
I think it is, bro.
Yeah, because you know what?
How dare you? I have a Mexican friend.
Yeah.
I drink tequila with him and his
exactly.
family in some parties about some little girl with dress.
Yeah, exactly. A white floral dress.
Floral dress, yeah. They have some guy with speakers and a lot of beer.
A lot of beer.
A lot of cervezas.
A lot of beer. A lot of their music. People are talking right over it. But you know what? It was a great time.
A lot of cervezas. A lot of senoritas.
A lot of senoritas.
That's
a lot of Coronas.
A lot of Corona. That's what they always say.
Yeah.
And they love our food, yo. The people that are willing to be there, yo, they just... I don't think I've ever met a white person that was willing to hang out with Mexicans that didn't like hanging out with Mexicans.
That's true.
I mean, because we'll literally just take you in. We'll put you like a table, be like, "Esa es la mesa del gringo."
Yeah, exactly. We'll put that special emphasis on you because you're foreign to us, even if it's your country.
¿Quién habla inglés? ¿Quién habla inglés? Siéntelo ahí.
Yeah, exactly. You sit white people down with people that speak English because...
Pregúntale si ya comió.
Oh, my God. That phrase. Listen, if you're a Paisa and you've brought a non-Paisa to your house, that's the first thing your abuelita, your grandma or your mom is going to ask you. Ask them if they've already ate, because that's just the kind of people that we are. As soon as you step...
While they're serving the plate.
Yeah, exactly.
As they're serving the plate.
Yeah, you're going to eat regardless. There's no way you're going to let you deny this food.
Oh, you already ate? Let me put this in the Tupperware for you.
So you can take it home. Absolutely.
Take your mom Tupperware too.
Because it's that maternal instinct, and that's where they come from, a place where their kids didn't have to eat, and now they can share that surplus of food with their friends.
Somehow my babies like you, so you can hang out.
You can hang out.
You're one of us, you know.
Because I love my son or my daughter. Because you really are super family oriented.
Pretty much, because so many times we've really hung out at each other's houses.
Yeah, man.
For longer than we probably should have.
Yeah, man.
But it was awesome because it really wasn't longer.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
It was always enough because there wasn't such thing as too much. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, because how much Street Fighter 4 did we play, bro?
That's true. There was a point in our lives we were playing a lot of Street Fighter 4. We went a whole summer nonstop.
There's always a lot of video games we play. You know, even if we don't play them, you know, if you scatter that through our lives, we got enough played that was like,
hey, that's true.
We gotta go to Mount End, you know.
Yeah, we did.
Video games eventually fade, but you know, little by little, we're still there. You know,
we're still there.
It's kind of like muscle memory.
Yeah.
Right?
Although we do seem to fixate on the older games. I think we're still playing Call of Duty 2 at some point in the future.
I mean,
Super Smash
I
Brothers
got an
on the
Xbox
GameCube.
One. I got like 1 or 2 games that I really fuck with on there.
Yeah.
I actually, believe it or not, I got into like driving games heavy.
Yeah.
Really, really heavy because I love driving.
Okay.
Since I can't drive, which I don't know how or why that makes sense, but you know, it's a thing. So I can emulate me going faster than 30
That
or
you
40.
can actually do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I actually want to see if I can get like a steering wheel controller with an actual shifter and like a clutch pedal.
Yeah, that's crazy.
On like an actual racing seat that has like a mounts. It's the
Which-
cheapest. The cheapest setup I found with the controllers
Uh-huh.
is like $600.
What you gonna do when your daughter comes over saying, "Dad, I'm bored," and you're in the middle of a race?
Oh, I just tell her to be like, "Yo, hop on. I'm in the Audi." She'll actually pull up and see that I'm playing. She's like, "Yo, what Audi you driving?"
Yeah.
That shit shots be like, which one you rocking with right now? And then I'd be like, "Oh, okay. I'm rocking with the with the RS5 right now." She was like, "Okay, cool." She was like, "Is it the white one?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "They're all white." She's like, "Okay, yeah." Somehow, why is it that us colored people we love white cars?
You know what, man? I actually never wanted to buy a white car, but then when I went to get the car that I'm driving now, for some reason I said, "Yo, something about this pearl white is speaking to me."
But how cool does it look when we all pull up and we
That's
all
true.
got
We all have white cars.
It's
We all have, yeah, and we all, I don't know about you. I don't want to speak for you, but I also love white women. Shout out to my ex who was white. A lot of the reason why I went out with you was because you were more of a novelty thing. But you were a white girl that knew how to cook.
Shots fired.
No. I wish her the best, and she's more of a Paisa than most Paisas I've met.
Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned that on the podcast, but I remember mentioning something.
No,
about
she
knows how to cook.
Yeah,
Paisa
she
style?
knows exactly. She knows how to cook a lot of things. She knows how to do pozole. She knows how to do pastel de tres leches. She knows how to do chilaquiles.
Ooh,
And those are like top 3 Mexican.
yeah, like that.
So you got to be super Mexican to know how to do
like
those.
if you got those like 3 days in a row, like you wouldn't even know what hit you.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be like, wow.
Like you hit a comfort zone
so deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And then just throw some quesadillas in the in between time.
Oh,
like,
that's what she would.
like fried
yeah.
quesadillas.
Yeah, that's what she would do. And she had all the Mexican queso Oaxaca. She had all that. Yeah, she was wild Mexican.
Like gluten crash for like a week straight,
man.
bro.
Yeah, man.
Gluten coma just consistent throughout the week.
And the dope part was you also had like the really stereotypical white food, like waffles and pancakes and really crepes.
Is it women that like breakfast or who likes breakfast? Because my woman likes breakfast a lot.
And all the girls that I've been with love breakfast.
She's Mexican. She's Paisa, so she loves breakfast too. And I don't get it. Like me, I'm not too big a fan of.
I mean, I like it, but if it's
lunchtime,
lunchtime, yeah.
It's there.
If it's lunchtime, I want to eat lunch, not breakfast.
Yeah, I much rather like the only. Whenever we go to like a diner sort of place instead of breakfast, I get nachos, bro.
Nachos, yeah. Hell yeah.
Nachos are awesome, bro.
I got a lot of burgers, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, you can't ever go wrong with burgers in any place because that's the lowest common denominator.
Yeah.
If you fuck up a burger, I'm not trusting any of your other foods. Any of your other
I think I forgot where I heard it. That's how you feel a restaurant out. It might have been a different podcast. It might have been somewhere on TV, but they say that you feel out a restaurant based on their most basic foods. If they fuck that up, you leave. And I don't know where I heard it, but shout out to you guys because that was very deep. It resonated with me.
The knowledge is out there.
The knowledge has now been spread.
So if you got knowledge, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
So as a matter of fact, we have a not a wait list, but we definitely need to figure that out first before we actually start inviting people.
Yeah.
So as a matter of fact, don't come on yet, but aware us.
Let us know, and we'll send you, because this is a very exclusive podcast. We don't just let any riffraff in. So if we decide that you're Paisa enough material, we'll send out the invite. So just wait on it.
But you gotta come through though.
You have to, because if you don't, you're dead to us.
You gotta accept the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Or bring conchas.
Or bring conchas. That's a great way to make up for it. If you bring tacos or any of the foods that we mentioned before, how can we not let you?
Yeah, like if we ask you and you can't, just be like, those conchas are on the way. I'll just let you know what days I
Yeah.
can. You know,
Yeah.
when it is possible for me, because we
Yeah.
might could accommodate for conchas, but we might not. But we probably are though, especially me, because there's nothing better than a concha before going to
No.
sleep. For some
That's
reason, a very paisa tradition is tomarte tu leche antes de dormirte.
yeah. And for
Like,
those of you that don't know Spanish, is you drink milk before you go to bed. And no, but I mean they have that too, but they have it. They warm it up for some reason.
do
Do you
they?
warm it up?
I
I don't
mean,
warm it up.
I mean, I just when
I
I
just drink it
when
straight up.
when I used to drink milk, I used to just pour it.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm trying to.
Or are you lactose intolerant now?
I think I've always been. I
Uh,
might be. I don't know. I don't feel like I digest dairy properly. So plus I no longer feel all that comfortable drinking a cow's milk. I don't know why.
Huh.
Just doesn't. I've lost interest in it pretty
And the
much.
cow or the milk?
Just both probably, because I want to start hunting. You know.
You want to? So you want to?
I wanna
So
get
you
my
want
own-
to distance yourself from the animals, so they're not like an actual living, breathing
Yeah,
thing. You
yeah,
want to distance yourself.
Yeah, because I actually my wife earlier mentioned that she mentioned to her coworker that I was vegan for a while, and it was the most difficult 3 months of my life because
Yeah.
I love meat. You know,
Yeah.
for some reason I feel like humans are designed to eat meat
Mhm.
and greens. You
Yeah.
know? Like both. We're not solely vegetarians. You know.
That's also a flex because we eat other animals. So what other animals gonna want to?
Oh
fuck with
yeah,
us?
like I tell my kids all the time, like I've eaten shark fin soup. I've eaten shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not like one of the most apex predators out there.
Yeah, venison. I think venison is some sort of like big moose thing. Big.
Yo, there's definitely a mouse that I just saw. So shout out to that mouse because he just distracted us from this podcast. Yo,
we
I have a
the
confession to make.
we in the fucking dungeon.
Yeah, we are in a dungeon. Yo, I can't do mice.
Can't do
I
much.
can't do mice, man.
That's why we gotta get that $20,000 Savannah cat. Have this.
Oh my
This
god.
dude hunt this motherfucker down.
Oh man.
Nah, yeah.
Oh yeah, but for those of you that don't realize that we're in a dungeon right now recording for you guys. Some of us are fresh out of work with fucking fiberglass all over their body, but we're still doing it for you guys.
Yeah. We figure out where to shoot this at, but
Yeah,
you know,
that also that.
that's why if you want to be on this and you got a spot we go to, we holla at us.
Absolutely.
We need to set up shop somewhere. At some point have a PaisaLife studio at some point. So it's like a dedicated office. So you need help, come through.
Mm-hmm.
You need any sort of anything, swing by, and we'll podcast from there. Like I said, just come out here, be like, yo, and then that's it.
Yeah, you don't have to really do much, and we'll bring some sort of drink, perhaps.
Yeah. Again, we need a concha sponsor because.
Oh, we could definitely bring the conchas over.
Yeah. Because if we have a sponsor, we have some on deck, and people come through, they test them out. They're like, yo, where you got these at? And then we're like, oh.
Over there.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go talk to these places that make conchas and be like, yo, just give us.
I feel like New York can be a concha empire.
Wow, that's a huge claim.
Upstate, we can take over the concha industry.
Wow.
We got Correlate, though.
Who's really running the concha industry, though?
The concha
Bimbo?
game?
Who's running I don't think anyone's really running the concha game. Can you just... I imagine...
Me personally, I don't fuck with Bimbo conchas.
No, because they're processed.
Because
They don't have the love. They don't have that Paisa flavor.
Who does buy Bimbo concha?
Yo, we might have to be the first ones. Just have mad...
I mean, Bimbo does have other things that are kind of popping that are in package.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
As far as Pan Dulce goes...
Yeah, I don't really.
I mean, like the little muffin things, them shits is pretty popular.
Yeah.
Like they got those in Pan Dulce too, but obviously those taste a lot better.
Yeah.
But the ones that are in the bag, they're not that bad.
They're not that bad.
What
They're a quick fix.
Mantecadas.
Mantecadas con nuez.
Oh yeah, they got the plains. They got the one with the nuez.
That's if you're really high class though.
Hey.
That's if you drink your
tea.
not even your abuelita chocolate with your pinky up. That's what you eat alongside it.
Yo, so they pretty much need to come out with. I'm pretty sure they have abuelita K-cups, right? They should, right?
K-cups. Yo.
I think they should.
Yo, they could put a stranglehold on the game. That's why they don't want to put them on there.
I don't know. I feel like we should investigate this. I feel like I've seen it. I don't know.
Yo.
Again, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But I feel like that could already be a thing. But if it's not, let's make sure we make it.
Make sure we make it because that would be
another PaisaLife initiative.
Yeah. put it on the job
As
list.
a matter of fact, but that's Nestle brand.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So and Nestle is European.
Okay.
Actually, Chocolate Ibarra. I think that's the brand that's actually Mexican. The one that's just yellow with the red. That's Mexican chocolate. That's like the Ibarra shit. But that's supposed to be the one we're supposed to be rooting for. So shout out to them.
Yeah, I had no
Yeah.
idea. You just put me on some knowledge right now.
Yeah, because my whole idea of Paisa gets deeper, which I've actually thought of once we get more views on this, kind of do another podcast.
Yeah.
Like start getting more detailed ones. So
Yeah, like my love and relationship podcast that will soon be hitting
yeah,
everybody.
different themed podcast.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I really want to do a hustle anything podcast too, where we just me and other people that I see that just do what they want to do for a living.
Yeah.
Just try to grind it out. Because there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
A lot of people. You mentioned earlier. A lot of people have opportunities and they'll just file for unemployment.
Yeah.
Us prices, we don't get that.
Shout out to the girl that lives upstairs from me. She knows who she is for doing that.
If you could do it, why not, man? The way I see it is, if you pay taxes, you're entitled
Absolutely.
to it whenever
Dog,
it's a need.
If I had unemployment, do you know how fast I would have been unemployed for all those years that I couldn't be on unemployment when I needed
0 to 100
it?
real quick.
Of course, I'm gonna
Real
become
quick.
a bum and get paid my $400 a week.
A week, my God. Do you know how much sweat I gotta sweat
Yeah,
a
same
week
here.
for this 400?
Same here.
But shout out to you. You can milk the system. Shout out, not really milk it, but use the system.
No, they're milking the system, bro.
I mean, but it's
Some of them, not all of them.
But it's designed to be that way.
Milked.
But it's designed to be like that.
By the right people? Yeah, you're right.
You're designed to be dependent on the government.
That's true.
That's why we are trying to be as self-sustaining as possible. Again, help us grow whatever it is we're doing. If you know more about the stuff that I'm talking about, aware me, educate me, because I want to learn. I want to learn.
Because we might not be giving you the correct information.
Yeah, we are just talking wild opinions. Like, anything we say is probably not even a fact. Again, everything is an opinion.
It's a very opinion-based show.
Yeah, so pretty much we're winding
We
it
need
down with a disclaimer.
Yeah, if you want to be our official fact checker, come through. The pay isn't all that great, but
imagine we really did have a fact checker. Yeah,
Wow.
that'd be awesome. At the end of the day, he'll let us know how
Like-
everything we said was wrong.
exactly. Which would, we would have to put a little message before the next podcast. Say this is what everything was wrong last week.
And then we'll just put some sort of graphic saying all facts that were stated were not indeed
Yeah.
facts, and therefore this whole podcast
Yeah.
is nullified.
Caution: a lot of what you may hear may not be true.
Yeah, so we gotta put some sort of disclaimer. Maybe we should do that in the beginning.
Yeah, we should.
So if you're a Paisa and you do any sort of music production or any audio production in general,
'Cause-
we need that intro, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking just playing some music and yo, how y'all doing?
What kind of music we play? Some serious Paisa music or some?
Just anything, actually anything instrumental we can find, because I think that as long as we aren't making money on this, we can just put any kind of music.
Yeah, so we're definitely playing cumbias at some point. Every cumbia is the same beat, and yet every single one gets you
It's amazing.
feeling different. Absolutely.
Is that Mexican dancehall? Because
Yes.
think about it, soundhall, all the songs sound alike,
Yeah, they do. It's got the
Same
same
beat.
rhythm.
right? So each immigrant community has their own music that has the same like reggaeton.
Yeah, same beat.
Then,
Every single one. They
right?
may disguise it, but it's the same shit.
All bachatas, all merengues,
Yeah. Absolutely.
every single Mark Anthony song ever.
It's the same one. It's just
Like,
disguised.
I know he's a thing, and I understand he's a great artist. A lot of people like him, whatever. But every time I hear him, I hear the same song over and over again.
Yeah.
It's because I've put zero effort into listening to
Mark
him.
Anthony.
Yeah, because again,
Can't blame you.
it's just
Not
the
a
way
Mark
I see
Anthony
it.
fan.
Background music to me.
Yeah.
It's there. It's nice. Way better than Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that's true.
But again, it'd be what it'd be.
Who's our Mark Anthony? Is it Chente? Is Chente our
I mean,
heavyweight?
Chet is just the heavyweight.
He's the heavyweight,
He's
right?
The heavyweight. Yeah, I mean, there's other heavyweights, big name dudes out there, like the
Yeah.
dude from N3,
Yeah.
like branching out to other Paisa stuff.
Yeah.
There's, let's see, what about in other genres, like Camilo Sesto, Luis Miguel, who was, other ladies that sing,
El Puma. El Puma. Yo, where is that dude from?
I don't know.
I have no idea. That's why we need a fact checker.
But it sounds like some bookies-ish.
It's gotta
right?
be. Yeah.
Right. The Merarios Bronco.
That's
Shout out to Bronco.
I saw them live once.
Oh,
Were you there with me?
I hope so.
I think it was either you or your brother. We went to some rally, some pro undocumented worker rally somewhere in New York, and Bronco was the headlining act.
Okay.
I saw them live, and it was amazing.
All right. Yeah. So we gotta wind down the podcast because we're running a little long on this.
And also, there's a giant spider in front of us.
Yeah, I mean, it's what do you call these daddy long legs?
I heard they're poisonous.
So, we should definitely ask my chancla if he's.
Yeah. Yo, if you've ever killed small insects with a chancla, you're really paisa.
We don't need no flash swabs. We don't need
a good house shoe will do the trick.
Yeah, they just bonk. That's it. You know, like
do it to beat your children with. Lay down the law.
Multi-purpose tools. And shout out to, and this is just a Paisa hack because I don't think we had too many of those this week.
No, not this week.
Paisa hack of the week is if you want some sort of chanclas or warachi that's gonna last you forever. This might not be a popular choice with everybody, but shout out to Crocs, man. Crocs. I have the very pair of chanclas I have on right now, bro. I have put at least hundreds of miles on walking.
Yeah?
Walking.
And
these are just slip-on chanclas.
Really?
Slip-on chanclas.
Wow.
And they're comfortable, bro. Still to this day. Like, I walked from Beacon to my house.
In those Crocs?
In the summer.
Wow. What are you going to do the day that they break down?
I'll get new ones. They last, like, bang per buck, these things have been amazing.
Thank you to capitalism.
Yes, thank you to capitalism. With things made in China somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And on that note, thank you for listening to us. It's been episode, what is this, 5? 4? 4.
Yeah, we are looking towards 5.
Soon.
Hopefully we have more stuff, more
content, more people.
Again, share.
If you fuck with what we're saying, share it. If you can relate to what we're saying, share it. If you like it, share it. If you don't like it, share it anyway. Because odds are one of your friends is a Paisa and they might like it. You're still
clicking somehow. Like if you're coming across this and you're gonna scroll.
Or just
like real quick, man. You know, or you just leave a comment on something. Yo, yeah, whack, don't do this no more.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't mind one of those.
But whatever hate you gonna put on there, you know, we take it all in. You know, we're creative
content.
Constructive criticism. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
But if you do that, I may or may not be responsible for making a fake YouTube profile and commenting on your comment.
Yeah,
it's the American way.
And then too flagrant because I will put hands on it.
Yo, on that note, thank you for listening to us, and we're out.
All right, peace.